Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout out loud to the rock of our salvation. Hi, from the book of Psalms, chapter 95, verse 1 to 3. Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout out loud to the rock of our salvation. Let us come before Him with thanksgiving and extol Him with music and song. For the Lord is the great God, the great King above all gods. This verse reminds me of when we sang in front of other schools during the DSPC when Poblacion was the host. Come, let us sing for joy to the Lord. Let us shout out loud to the rock of our salvation. Always be thankful. And whenever we're thankful, we should not only thank the person, but we should also thank God for providing the means, for providing the methods, or the person who is giving the blessings. Because without God, there is no feeling for gratitude. The next Bible verse that I will be discussing is about being at peace, from the book of Psalms, chapter 4, verse 8. In peace I will both lie down and sleep, for you alone, O Lord, makes me dwell in safety. If we are seeking peace or we are troubled, there is always peace in the arms of our God. Another verse that I can relate to this is that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He maketh me drink in still waters. In God there is peace. You should always be patient for the peace, because not because that you have prayed, it doesn't mean that when I'm troubled, I pray, I'm already at peace. No, it takes time. It takes time. It's just like the idea that if you have no money, and of course if you have no money, you search for work, and if you search for work, you have to work. It's not that if you apply for a job you already have money. No, that's somehow like applicable to praying for peace. And the last Bible verse that I will be sharing with you is from the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3, verse 2 to 8. It's about everything is within God's plan. The scripture goes as, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to uproot, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to tear down and a time to build, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones and a time to gather them, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to search and a time to give up, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to mend, a time to be silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time for war and a time for peace. This verse implies that whatever we do in our life is all part of God's plan. If we're angry, it's part of God's plan. If we feel broken, if we are down, if we are broke, or if we lose someone, we lose something, it's all part of God's plan. Maybe how He is building us, how God is building us for our betterment and for our future. So whatever comes to our life, let us not question it, because it's all part of God's plan.